it is indeed doable and it is possible, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it doesn't have to be super challenging. It can just be one little step at a time. Welcome to the Sing Confidently, Live Creatively podcast, a show to help you build confidence as you start singing, acting, dancing, and being creative again. Hi, I'm Estelle. I'm a singer, actor, performer, and a beginner voice coach who knows how it feels to want to use your God-given creative gifts, but you stay stuck in fear and doubt. The solution is to start building confidence. You have gifts that you need to grow and use and share, and the world is waiting for you. I want to be there with you to help you do that. It's time to live creatively. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm so excited that you're here as always. It's another day, another Monday, another opportunity to grow, to build confidence as singers, as performers. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to help you do as I continue to do that myself. Now, today, I'm excited to jump into what we're talking about because we are breaking down 3 ways to actually use social media as a tool to build confidence as a beginner singer and performing artist. Now, this is not exactly this isn't what I'm teaching in the masterclass, but literally what I'm talking about in this is very similar to one aspect of what the course is going to be, the Sing Confidently course that comes out in March. It's on pre-sale right now, by the way. If you want it more than 50% off, discounted, you should check that out. But we'll get to that later on another time and another day. But I can tell you that one of the aspects, one of the pieces in the Sing Confidently course, which we're also going to talk about in the Sing Confidently masterclass, is about actually putting yourself out there, sharing your voice, right? And the thing is, we have social media as a tool. It can be a torture. It can be it could be a not so good thing, but it can also be a tool for you as an artist, an aspiring artist, someone who is beginning to start singing and performing again and seeing yourself doing those things. You can actually utilize social media to help you build that confidence over time. It's actually a great tool if you use it effectively. So let's get into how we can practically use social media to build confidence as singers and performers. I'm just going to give you 3 super simple steps, and you can start applying any one of them literally today. You guys know I'm all about taking action today. Why not start? All right, so the first way to build confidence by putting yourself out there on social media as a beginner, singer, and performing artist, right? You're just starting to do this again, or for the first time, but you haven't really put yourself out there before. One way that you can do this is to, first of all, follow inspiring artists who are putting themselves out there, who you are truly inspired and encouraged by, which is different from, feeling like you are comparing yourselves to them. So it's a different kind of thing when you are feeling like you're comparing yourself to someone versus wow, this person really inspires me, and I would love to do what they're doing. I love what they're doing. I support them fully and I'm inspired by them. So try to follow some of those accounts, some of those people on social media who you really, really enjoy their content, and you really look up to them and you like how they're putting themselves out there on social media as singers, as performers, as dancers, as actors, and kind of just observe and just see from the perspective of someone who also wants to do that. Just see what they're doing, not in a sense of comparing to them, and certainly not in the sense of copying them, but in the sense of being curious as to how they connect with people, how they're able to put themselves out there, and use that as your inspiration. So for me, that was looking at people like Kaisha Creates on Instagram and TikTok. She's a theater artist and she shares a lot of content. And especially when I started, I found her after I had actually started putting myself out there. But I found her when I started pursuing a career in the performing arts. And I saw her sharing videos of herself singing and doing different types of videos. I think at that time she was doing more recreating costumes, costume looks from her favorite characters and shows and stuff. But she would also sing sometimes, or do show self tapes and stuff like that. And so that was inspiring for me. Also, I would watch Maggie Berra, who I've had on the show before. I think it was last year or the year before, actually, from the Actor Aesthetic podcast and blog. And she would share lots, she's been sharing content for a long time, actually. Just like her journey as a performer, and she shares like self tape clips, and she shares like singing clips and stuff like that. Also, who else? Like, so many great artists who are out there who are like sharing the journey, sharing the process behind the scenes, and also sharing like themselves singing or dancing or acting. And so, getting to see them has been really inspiring for me, and like showing me, like, oh, you can like share the process, you can share the journey, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's what's really helpful with seeing people who are artists putting themselves out there. You A lot of the times you can see that, oh, they're not like showing the finished product, but they are showing the journey, and because of that, that's like helping them feel more confident in themselves and connect with other people, other artists. And so yeah, look out for those artists who inspire you and who kind of challenge you to put yourself out there, and follow them, and just be inspired by them to know that it's possible, that you can share your own journey. And that is my number one. It's my first way that you can use social media to build confidence as a singer and performer. My second tip to do this is to actually start sharing, but specifically to share short singing clips or performing clips on your stories. So this can be literally like you singing just face to camera. You just turn on your camera and you go to your stories on your Instagram app, and maybe you've been working on a song on your own or in voice lessons, or you're just starting to work on a song and there's a part of the song that you feel like you really love and you just really enjoy singing it, and you can sing it really passionately, or you just feel like singing it today, or maybe you've really worked on it for a few days, weeks, however long that you've worked on it, and you're like, I really love this part, and I feel like it's really I'm getting better. So you can just share that on your story. A story is 24 hours on your Instagram and or Facebook, and or even TikTok too. It just lasts 24 hours. So it's like less pressure because it's not going to be there on your feed forever. Not everyone's going to see it for a long time. Also, you could even just share it to your close friends, which are the people that you specifically say, like, I just want to send it to these 10 people or 20 people or 30 people. I just want these certain people to actually see it. So it doesn't even have to be your entire audience on whatever platform that's going to see it. But that is a way for you to actually share, to take action, to put yourself out there singing or performing in some way, and like letting it live for at least 24 hours. Like, you press that button and you just post it, and it's there for just that day. And it can be like a live clip of you singing, like I said, where you just turn the camera to your face and you just start singing. It could be a previous video that you already filmed or that you already had. Maybe you record a video of yourself singing something that you're working on, or singing a song, playing piano along with yourself, or maybe you record you have a self tape. Maybe you started submitting auditions virtually, and you have a self tape, and you like a section of it where you were doing this one part of the monologue, and you just want to take a short clip, like 10 seconds of it, and post it on your stories, right? Or when you're dancing or whatever. And you can just take a short clip and post it to your stories. It's low barrier to entry. It's like low pressure because it's just 24 hours. You can select how many people you want it to go to be shown to, if you so desire, by adding it to your close friends list. And you can kind of play around with that. Like, if you don't even want it to stay up the whole 24 hours, which I still challenge you to still let it stay up, even though it might feel scary. Like, just put it up for a couple hours, and then you can always delete it, yeah, because it's not going to be in your feed. So, but that is my second tip, because it is a way to take action without it being so high pressure. So just share a short singing clip or any sort of clip of yourself performing in your stories. Okay, so that is the second way to use social media to begin to build confidence as a singer and performer. And then the third way to do this is for you to do a series or a challenge in your stories or your TikTok, in your feed, etc. So this is, you can kind of see like these steps are kind of building on each other in like challenge sense. Like the first one, obviously, like start to look out for inspiring artists, who are putting themselves out there. That's not anything that will require you putting yourself out there necessarily, but it is kind of challenging you to see who you're inspired by and why you are inspired by them. The second way that I gave you guys was to share on your story. So that's like a little bit more of a step because you're now putting yourself out there, but it's low pressure because it's just for a 24-hour story and it's just a short clip, right? It does not have to be long at all. And then this last one is a little bit more of a challenge, right? This could be a way for you to hold yourself accountable to put yourself out there on social media by doing a mini series or challenge. I've done this before. I've talked to you guys about this, how I do. Well, I have done the Song of the Day challenge on my TikTok. I've been doing that since last year. And I still do it just for fun, but like I never had an end date or any real rules. I just wanted to like give myself the freedom to sing a musical theater song for the most part and put it out there without like over practicing or over preparing, just so I could have that, just like get in touch with that love for singing and musical theater. So that was really the goal. Did I start it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. Hold on. Wow, time has flown. I can't even remember right now. But that is an example, and I've done other series as well, or like little mini challenges, I guess, or like have I done other real ones that I've been as not as long as that one for sure, but that one was really, especially when I first started, a really great way for me to just like reconnect to the joy of singing just for the sake of singing, especially musical theater songs, just for the sake of singing songs that I liked and that I enjoyed. I had never played any of those characters, but I just wanted to sing those songs because I liked them, and it was just something that I was doing. And because of that, it kind of like, it just made me feel like the fun of singing was there for me. Like I could just have fun with it and it didn't really matter. So you can do a series like that or a mini challenge, like for the next 5 days I'm just gonna sing five of my favorite songs, like five choruses of my favorite songs from this particular genre or from this artist or from this musical or just whatever, just 5 songs, like every single day for the next 5 days or for the next 5 weeks or the next month. Every week for the next month I'm going to post a 20-second clip of me singing, and you just put that out there, and that is a way for you to just reconnect with the joy of singing just for singing's sake, and also for you to show that you're in process, and that's okay. It helps you to show. That's also what it did for me, is like just being in process. I was able to literally just say like, yeah, this isn't perfect and I'm putting it out there, like, because I'm in process and I'm okay with that. And it's good for there to be a process. Actually, we should always be in process. We should always be growing. And I'm not afraid to show that. So go ahead and try that. Try that if you're up for the challenge. Once you've done the first 2, start to do a mini challenge. It can be in your stories. So every single Monday for the next month, you're going to post a story where you are singing a song. You're singing a chorus, just a chorus. Okay, that's very simple, of one of your favorite songs, right? So that could be the challenge for yourself, and you can just put it like in the text over the story that this is like my, my every Monday of the month challenge. I'm gonna sing a song. I'm gonna sing a chorus from a song. Simple, super low stress. You can also put it on your TikTok so that and then it can actually be in your feed on your TikTok. It can be in your feed on your Instagram and Facebook as like a reel. That's great too. It doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really matter how long it is either, because the point is that you are putting yourself out there in a small way and you're showing that you're in process. And you're also keeping yourself accountable that like I'm doing this for this amount of time. And then also you are getting to just reconnect with the joy of singing and music. And like how often do we as people who grew up singing and grew up loving the arts, and then we get older and we kind of put it aside, or we kind of, wonder whether it's still worth pursuing, or wonder whether it's selfish to still love or to pursue. How often do we kind of like tell ourselves no in our heads when we're like, oh, I'd love to share this, oh, I'd love to sing this, oh, I wish I could sing this on a stage, but then we're like, well, how am I going to do that? Well, you can start with social media. That's a great way to start to even build that confidence for yourself, so that way you can be ready to go to an open mic night or to sing in your choir or whatever. And it can be just the space. It's what you make of it. So it can be a space that feels safe and feels encouraging and feels like just where you can be creative and have fun with it and be in the process, if you let it be that way. So if you allow it to be that way, that's what it can be. And using stories is a great way to do that, because it's 24 hours long, and it's you practicing the muscle. You're building the muscle of putting yourself out there. You're building the muscle of taking courageous steps so that you can build confidence over time. And so I really want you to build that muscle, but start with the first step of just being inspired by people who are actually doing that. Come over to my Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Estelle Avberry, my first and last name. Same on TikTok, but with an underscore afterneath, but with an underscore afterwards. Estelle Avberry underscore. Like, come to my Instagram. And if you need any support in this, let me know. Just DM me and I will hype you up. Or you can like record yourself doing one of the stories or a series or whatever and tag me, and I will absolutely hype you up. Or send it to me and I'll definitely encourage you in the comments and like repost if you so desire. But I don't have to if you don't want any more eyes on it. But yeah, just have fun with it. Yeah, but definitely start with following people who are putting themselves out there, and see, but only people who will inspire you, not who you will be tempted to compare yourself to, or who you will, be tempted to like copy exactly what they're doing. Just people who inspire you and kind of show you that it's possible and that it's fun, and, make you feel encouraged in doing that. So start there, and then from there, take the other two actions of like, okay, just on my stories for once, and then, okay, maybe I'll do like a little series, for the next 2 weeks, or for the next month, or for the next week, or even just 3 days. The next 3 days, I'm going to post 20 seconds of my favorite songs. That's it. There you go. And I mean, that's amazing. Congratulations. You are starting to take courageous action steps so that you can build confidence over time, because you're exercising the muscle of putting yourself out there as a singer, as an artist, as a performer. And that's what we have to do. We have to exercise that muscle. We have to show the process, or if you so desire to show the process, that's great. You can show the process and know that on the other side, you are building confidence in yourself over time. So thank you so much for listening. I really, really, really hope this helps you. I hope that this makes you feel like, it's doable. Like it's really not like you have to become like an influencer tomorrow in order for you to really like utilize social media as a performer. Like, no, you can just start to show a little bit of the process. In fact, you can start to use it for an inspiration ground, and then start to show a little bit about your process and your journey as you're starting to sing again, you're starting to perform again, you're starting to put yourself out there again, and you are wanting to build confidence over time. You can literally share that with people and know that it's doable and it's possible. And so I really hope that this makes you feel like it is indeed doable and it is possible, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it doesn't have to be super challenging. It can just be one little step at a time. And that's what I hope this encourages you in. That's what I hope this whole show encourages you in. As always, let me know what you think of this episode. Really, it does help, especially if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, because reviews for podcast shows are like super, super, super important. It just helps like other people find the shows. Like, there might be someone else who really, really needs this episode. And so if you leave a review saying what you thought of this episode, or if this helped you in any way, shape, or form, then you never know, it can really reach someone else. It could reach someone else across the world who really needs to hear some encouragement in this. It can reach other artists or other people who have creative gifts in them, who maybe just need that push, that encouragement to begin to grow them. And so you can actually help other performing artists just by leaving a review on this show. It really does help so much. So please, if this encouraged you in even a tiny way, hopefully it encouraged you in a big way, but if this encouraged you at all, if this show has helped you and encouraged you in any way, if you wouldn't mind, go to Apple Podcasts where you're listening, or you can go to iTunes, and you just scroll down to where it says, where you have like the stars in the app. You could just leave a 5-star rating and then leave a review. And then, you can just say, what you thought of this episode, or if this has encouraged you in any way, okay? I would really appreciate it. And you can always let me know what you think of this episode as well. You can come to the Performing Arts community on Facebook. In the Facebook group, it's free, it's open, I'm there. You can also DM me on Instagram, and I am always ready to respond. All right. That is it for today. I really hope this helped you and encouraged you. Please let me know if it did. And I can't wait to talk to you soon. I really want to talk to you guys and have more conversations. With the podcasting, it's literally like I'm just like talking in my room or wherever I am. And so it's nice to like actually put faces to some of the listeners. So some of you have reached out to me in the past, which is cool. So feel free to reach out again, or feel free to reach out for the first time. Actually, it would be really cool to meet you and talk to you one-on-one. I do respond to my messages. So let me know if you want to chat. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.